Okay guys, I want to give you a tour of my kitchenette. It is basically just some cabinets and a countertop, a dishwasher, a dual hot plate, and a toaster oven slash air fryer that flips up. It gives me a little counter space. I've got a nice size kitchen sink, but it isn't a garbage disposal, so it's strictly just washing dishes, you know, things like that. As you can see, I have some avocados and some garlic on the side here, my dishwash. And let me just open up some of these drawers here. So you've got this really cool setup here where I can put a sponge. I've got a small little mini dishwasher bottle in there for right now, but that's where you can put a sponge, which I thought was really cool. This drawer here, you got silverware. And then here I put some mittens and some dish towels and some spatulas, things like that in there. This is the trash can, which is really cool. It's not super deep, so I'll go to the side here to show you. But when I need to take it out, I lift it and I can pull it down this way. But it helps also with smells. You don't have any funky, you know, big trash can, because you're in a small area, you don't want a lot of trash smells. Under the sink here, storage, some plastic bags, some bottles, trash bags, things like that. And then here is like my little pantry here, which the designer did a creative way of allowing me to pull out my food items like that. And so you see a couple of snacks I've got here. Got some sweet potatoes, cookies, and crackers. And then, as you can see, this mini dishwasher, which here's a little, that's the size here, as you can see. And it's really cute, and it's very durable, and it can be loud, but it works well. It cleans. It holds about 2 to 3 pots and pans if I needed to. Lots of my glass glass containers and cups. It's just enough what I need, you know. I cook a lot, so I do wash dishes quite a bit. So it is very much necessary to have this for me. It would be cool if this was a stove where I had an oven, but honestly, I cook a lot of meals and I get a lot with this Ninja toaster oven, air fryer, and I get a lot cooked on these dual hot plates here. So it's not a bother. I still can cook the same delicious meals, healthy meals, with these tools without having a stove and an oven. And having this microwave is helpful too when I need to cook something quickly. This is more areas for all the dishes you saw in my dishwasher. They go here, and I put some spices at the bottom of my cabinet. I need to replenish a lot, mostly salt and pepper, some honey, cloves, basil leaves, things like that, cinnamon, but I need to replenish that. This is kind of an awkward area for me. I'm short, I'm 5'1", so things up here are not things I use often. I mean, I do enjoy having hot tea and using free leaves, tea leaves, but it's not a thing that I need to have at the bottom, so that's kind of like just random storage. And it's not a lot of space because you have that plug there. And then here's where I hold pots, pans, my blender, some other mugs that couldn't fit in other areas. And then it's nice to have my towel dispenser here over the sink. Okay, and don't you love that I have my painting of my avocados, and that's where my avocados are there. So that is basically it for my kitchenette. I do have storage on top of the refrigerator. Again, I can't reach those cabinets, and honestly, I don't feel like having to climb all the way over up there with the ladder trying to go into that storage. So the things I have up here are like random things. Definitely didn't want to get rid of my iron, my cast iron skillet here, my popcorn, ceramic bowl, my lunch bag. I pull that down from there all the time when I pack my lunch, because I pack my lunch daily. I don't buy lunch. And that's another air fryer I had that I didn't want to get rid of just because I needed a backup. So that is my kitchen. I'm going to cook a quick meal that I like to prepare on a regular basis. I have these really delicious chicken meatballs that I love to fix with spaghetti, or I make it as a casserole, or I'll just do like a stir fry, or I'll just mix it with vegetables like I'm going to do today, where I'm going to saute some spinach, and I'm going to saute some mushrooms. And I'd already taken the mushrooms out of my container and washed them, and these are just leftovers from another meal, so I wanted to add that before they go bad. And since I've already made my sweet potato, I'm going to have a sweet potato with this, and I'm going to use my dual hot plate, whatever you want to call it, cooking essential. And I'm going to use this pan. So let's get started. Going to get my avocado cooking spray. I like to use this. I put the meatballs in, and they're not frozen. They are actually cold. They were in the refrigerator, so they're not going to take long to cook. I'm going to pull out some seasoning. I don't need a whole lot because the meatballs are already pre-seasoned. Just need some salt and some pepper. I'm gonna let the meatballs and the mushrooms saute and sit for a while before I add the spinach, because the spinach is not gonna take very long for that to saute. Okay, it looks like it is sauteing really well, and I can go ahead and add the spinach in there. The mushrooms are getting brown, so let's add some spinach. Okay, I've added the spinach in there. I'm gonna let it saute and wilt down. You know how greens are. This is a whole lot right now, but it's gonna be like this much when it's cooked. But it's okay. It's not the main dish. I just wanted to have some spinach included in the vegetable melody with the meatballs. Even though I do have a dishwasher, doesn't mean I want to wash every dish, and I do still love having paper plates. Okay, so I'm going to put my plating my food. I know some people are gonna think I'm a weirdo, but I like a sweet potato without sugar, without butter, and I don't even really need cinnamon anymore. I used to eat that all the time, cinnamon, sugar, and butter on my sweet potato, but I don't feel the need to do it. I mean, the sweet potato is enough for me. It's sweet enough for me, and I like to just eat it as is. Okay, and I am going to scoop out some to plate on my plate. I love this combination. I love having such nutrient and dense food and something simple that doesn't take long. This took the meatball melody with the vegetables only took like 10 minutes, but the sweet potato, of course, in the toaster oven, it took 40 to 50 minutes long, but it still doesn't take forever. I can always put sweet potatoes in the toaster oven while I am washing clothes, while I'm cleaning up, while I'm watching TV, and then just quickly put the meatballs, mushrooms, and spinach together, and then voila, you've got a meal. And it's very delicious and yummy. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.